Hey guys, Moldran here. Today I'm gonna show off some Crusader footage. Now, you can see I started to play the Crusader in the beta and damn, it has been an absolute blast. Like, I've never enjoyed playing a class so much. And why is that the reason? Well, the thing is with the Crusader, like there's so many different abilities and skill combinations that all are really good. So there's not like one build, like Whirlwind build or CM Wizard build that works. No, I've found at least 10 or 20 different builds because you can use basically almost all of the skills. Every skill has like a purpose. Like in PvP you use some CC abilities, in PvE you use damage, but you have plenty of options to play the Crusader. One option I want to show you here right now is the one that I currently have. Basically I chose a Fury generator, which is a long range 8 RAF per second generator due to a passive. My secondary skill is basically a hammer, which is going to be my daily damage, like that's what I use for white mobs, for my consistent damage. Then I have a horse which increases the movement speed really high. Crusader movement speed can be like extremely fast, even without going for it now. Just the horse alone plus a fleeting shrine is really fast. Then this here is a nice skill which combos with my next one. This here is basically a bubble, and people, due to their rune, people can't, or opponents can't leave the bubble. So I could for example bubble them, move out, and then use this on them, which is a 4000% weapon damage meteor. It's probably the highest DPS skill in game. 4000 damage is huge and scales really well with DPS. And this here is a beam that does a lot of damage against elites. So basically I have those two burst skills and I have this standard DPS skill. Now the passive is also really good, they all are meaningful. For example, this one already everyone knows. You're able to wield a 2-handed weapon in one hand with a shield. Then 3 more RAF, pretty basic. This here is actually something that you can also use. For example, if I decide, okay, I don't need the bubble, I could use a law and either go get more damage or get more HP. Especially in group play, you want to have at least one law active all the time because it always benefits your party. For example, just to show you, Laws of Hope, I can make it so that everyone maximum life increases by 10% in addition to 15,000 life per second for 10 seconds. In addition to 2500 life per second passive. Here I can for example have a passive of 140 all resist and a burst of 350 all resist. And this also does for example is a kind of like a taunt. When allies take damage I get it instead, or this is a 7000 armor boost for 10 seconds, which is huge. And then also have a shield or a 60% damage reduction for monsters. But yeah. Laws of Valor is also really good. This is the most offensive one, where you get, for example, reduction of RAF generation or RAF cost, or 100% more crit damage. So that's something not bad. Or 100% chance to stun, or 16,000 life per hit. And the basic is 5% attack speed for me and my allies, plus 10% for or when I activate it. I didn't choose a law here. Well, last passive is just a cooldown reduction on some skills. I didn't choose a law because I have a special legendary. I have the legendary flail, which means every 60 seconds I gain a random law. So I'm always gonna have at least one of those laws automatically just because of the sick mace or flail that I have. Same with my boots. My boots allow me to move through enemies, which is also really cool. Alright, but enough talking, let's get started here. So I'm gonna open this Nephalem Rift. I'm gonna kill some stuff. The Phantom Rifts are really fun because it's always so different. You can see now, I'm gonna use the bubble, now I can't move out, into Meteor. It was 25 million crit, which got him like already to 30% HP. And then it's just a matter of finishing it off. The Rift is going pretty fast, so I might actually finish this and show you the Crusader. Maybe also some other abilities. This is the beam, which also does huge damage. As you'll probably notice, like most of my damage comes from Meteor. So other than that I'm just using like main attack, secondary attack, and now Meteor to finish it off. Meteor is not the easiest spell to land. You actually have to like predict where the enemies are moving. Either that or you use the bubble. So this makes it a bit tricky to use in PvP. You can see like there's a lot of action with the Crusader, and you see even the beam alone does also a lot of damage, especially against champion packs. My life regeneration on this difficulty is a bit too low, I can probably change that. It's something you can also do, like you can also adjust your Paragon points, or your skills, your gear on the fly here. And yeah, one sad part is like after you play the beta for like 1 or 2 days, your rares are gonna be so good that actually the only thing that's worth to be picked up are legendaries. Maybe this should change a bit, but yeah, overall the game feels really good. I kinda like it. I could also show another ability later, Shield Bearer, which probably is a bit too OP right now, but it's fun. Oh. This horse also works as a sea breaker, so if you get frozen, no problem, just get out of it. Also tested like the different runes for this beam, but this is by far the best. It's only like 20% less damage than the one that does most single target damage, but this one deals the damage to 3 people. So it's really strong. Right, 50 more percent. Gonna get to like 70 and then show you the shield bearers in action. Wow, those guys actually dodged my meteor. Like I used meteor and they went underground. Damn, but they're still like in my bubble at least. But against the beam they should have no chance. Okay, they have extra health. That explains it. Most efficient way to farm is definitely on normal. The best way to farm actually is to farm with 4 people and just farm the bags for bounties. So for example what you could do is, the way bounties work is, for example in like 4 you need to complete 4 bounties. And oh, we got the boss already. Damn, that was too fast. And I'm getting really low here. There was a health globe though, but I might die before it. Gonna try to reach the health globe. Oh, my horse was up in time. Also gonna pick up this Nephilim Glory Globe. At least that's my plan, but I can't right now. But yeah, what I was talking about? I forgot. Let's bubble this. Do some damage. Yeah, it was 25 million. This beam should also do some serious damage. I'm gonna try to dodge the poison attacks from the Nephilim pass, which is really important. And Meteor is almost up. So I'm gonna pick up the globe first, put him in place, and bam. Unfortunately it didn't crit this time. I have like 50% crit. If it crits it's like 25 million, if it doesn't it's only 5. It doesn't cost any fury. Oh, seems like he's enraging. Boom. That guy loves poison. Maybe I should just see him again. No, I failed. But one thing I can also do is like he can't go in, so I could for example stay in now and he can't go. But this guy is kinda like ranged, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna wait until my meteor is up again and finish him with it. So I wanna finish him with style. Alright. Time to open the bag. Like I hate it when people make videos and then at the end they don't open what they got. Now after you complete the rift, you can talk to this guy and you get those caches. Probably won't have anything in it, but see a bunch of gems and sometimes you get legendaries out of that. But there's another thing, now there are big caches and small caches, and the small caches that you get from bounties actually have much better loot than the big ones. But more on that in another video. Now, before I leave I wanna show the shield bearers in action. Because as long as they don't get nerfed, it's probably nice. Now this, where's the kill? Here. This skill here is really cool. You have different like abilities, for example this here is with archers. So you shoot this army of archers and they actually do a lot of damage and kill mobs. Even on high difficulties. Then you can also get, for example, other avatars. Stampede is a warhorse. Warhorse is the charge. But Shield Bearer is probably the strongest right now of those. So let's go to the Battlefields of Eternity and try to find a lead pack. Shield Bearers are stationary. That's their only weakness. They do a lot of damage. Now let's see. Just use them and they just pretty much one-shotted everything. Oh, and I got a lead pack here. So I'm gonna let it reach me. Hey! That was not fair. But yeah. I used them around the elite and they're just gonna do the work now. Use them here and they're doing the trick. No, almost.
I'm sorry, but no.
The only bad thing about Crusader is like all the stuff is saying like it's getting annoying. Yeah, it was not the best show off. Probably work better on another elite pack. But elite packs here in Act 5 are really strong, so maybe let's do something more classic. If those guys let me out. I can just use the Vapor and get directly to Act 1 and Act 2, as you probably know already. It's a smart Vapor system. So let's go to Weeping Hollow for example. Because there are a lot of stationary elites. I like this here. So you see? I'm gonna get full Fury or Wrath. Now I bubble them. Use my Shield Bearers here. And the lead pack is down. My army destroyed them. But that's all I wanted to show off now. As I said, like the good thing with Crusader is like all of those different abilities. I've tested so many, but every makes sense, and I wish that all classes would be like that. Where you can just like select any random build and it's gonna work. And it's gonna be strong and fun. And yeah. Crusader is gonna be my choice for the release. It's really fun to play. I hope it's also fun to watch. Because there's so many builds to test, there's so many different legendaries to test, and yeah, playing the class has been an absolute blast and fun. So yeah, really enjoy the Crusader. Maybe you want to think about rerolling it too now, and yeah, hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, I'll be back.